I'm Doug Mulray, and I must say I'm delighted to be here for today's episode of Beauty and the Beast, because I'm seated on this panel with some particularly enchanting female specimens and assorted others. Shall we acquaint ourselves with them? Vanessa Wagner's costume, which I would have described as the SBS colour test pack. There you go.
I see it more as ultra power slut.
It's extraordinary to see you, because I've heard you on the Jays, but the actual visual impact is so much a part of the act.
Yes, I don't have a face for radio.
No, it's kind of like the Great Moscow Circus comes to Channel 10. I'm loving it.
It's a beige world, Dougie, and we need to change that.
You're looking forward to this because you've done it before. You did it in the previous incarnation.
Yes, but with you-know-who, and it was rather violent and personal and quite distressing.
Yes. You're still in therapy, I believe.
I am, that's right, yes.
I'll try and be gentle with you.
Please.
Beck, lovely to see you.
Hello. Well, I couldn't look more different, really. My goodness gracious. Although I want to find that glitter, is it just normal glitter? If I kiss you, will I get it on my lips? I think that looks fantastic.
I tell you what,
I'm impressed. I mean, no one ever says that any of those male politicians are, you know, ugly and talentless. But as soon as a woman politician makes some sort of an error of judgment, all of a sudden their dress sense is referred to. A whole lot of personal stuff comes in.
Field day with the women ones. I mean,
yeah, I think so. I think.
Well, don't you think that, like, it's not only social and economic factors, but it's also our schooling system. If we don't have a positive sex education system where boys and girls respect each other from an early age, then we're going to have dysfunction later on in their lives.
And people of different races. The solution to the problem, and I think this is what Beck's ultimately got to get to, because I know how she thinks, you give the kids an idea that it's reasonable to accept people of different races and different sexes and different approaches to wardrobe. And I think that's important. Tanya, you haven't got a word in on this program.
Many years ago, the Snowy River scheme and you know, how the migrants came out and built that, and that, you know, there were so many...
Yes, they offered their life up, and they're still set in concrete, apparently, in the dam.
That's true. Some people fell into those huge vats of concrete and they are there for all time. But that's probably not quite what we were looking at.
Contribution, though.
Thank you, yeah. There's a few ideas set in stone on this program. Vanessa, are you assuming that cheating means sex here, or is it just some kind of juvenile groping?
You know, they're still growing their pubes, aren't you? So there's schoolwork to focus on as well. Look, one of you are at soccer, the other's cheating. Doesn't seem like there's a great deal of a relationship there anyway. You've got a lot more experiences out there to have, and you also have a lot more boys or girls to experiment with. And this whole slut syndrome's just got to go. People are sexual at all different ages. I mean, I was quite a horn dog when I was 13 or 14. I don't think I followed through. But, you know, you're young. There's plenty more time. Just chill out.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah.
Girls and boys need to mix socially outside of sexual situations.
See boys, exactly. That's
so they don't
exactly
feel like
the
they're
point
these
I was getting
alien
to.
nations, that they're actually got something in common. If he can't speak the truth to his friends, how can he tell a stranger not to grope him? I think he's narcissistic and frigid, and it's a shocking combination. You're right, Carlotta.
Yeah.
Men are oversexed.
They will not stray if they're getting it at home.
Not necessarily fully committal.
What if you can't give it to them at home because you're tired or you've
That's the job you took on.
You lose your marriage.
That's the job you took on.
But they're saying monogamy or nothing at all. Look, what's wrong with discussing that relationship and saying, look, darling, I'm feeling quite horny. I know you're not. Do you mind if I go and do this? And if it's discussed and everyone's happy, there isn't an issue. And that's called polyamory, polygamy. These are new concepts in relationships, which I think we need to look at.
No, you can't be saying that.
No, Vanessa is saying that. Vanessa believes the only reason for not having sex at home is because you haven't got curtains. And all of that done, Vanessa, without a hand to the ear, which I thought was fantastic. I'm sorry, a hand...
It took me 11 takes the day I've done it.
Or should I have said a hand...
I changed my batteries this morning.
And as you speak, all this sort of glitter was kind of coming off your mouth, spraying around.
We do love to hear from you. Please drop us a line here at Beauty and the Beast, because we seriously consider all your letters, even this one. Stretch marks nature's way of saying that Tom Cruise will never call. My Chardonnay awaits, ladies. It's time to go. Thank you to my lovely beauties, to Rachel, to Rebecca, to Tanya, to Vanessa, to Carlotta and Rebecca. Stay nice, why don't you?